I would like to give everybody a chance to just wrap it up in a minute or so. And Annie, I miss you. I haven't heard from you in a little bit, so I'm going to start with you, just to give us a sense of your closing thoughts as we end this.
You know, I'm so grateful to be here for one thing, and just hearing you guys talk, I get emotional because God is love. It's not about arguing. He exists and the devil exists, and they're both real, and you can't have one without the other. In my personal experience, I believe this to be true. I can't say this for everyone in this audience or for the entire world, but I know that God's in my heart, and I love people, and the only way I could see God was to know that the devil was real, and that's my truth that God's shown me.
Thank you. Richard Pearson, can we have a 60-second closing thought from you, if you will?
Have you ever seen yourself through the eyes of somebody else you have become? Charles Darwin said, "It is not the strongest of our species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but those most responsive to change." I am going through a spiritual renaissance where my expanded consciousness of God is so deep and so profound. I felt the tender. I think she's so tender. I just want to hug her. And I don't want to take away anything that has happened to you. It's so precious. And if it's working for you, sweetheart, don't let anything we say change it. It's beautiful. If it's got you off the street, if a counselor gets you off the street, that you don't call a demon, whatever helps you enhance your life, I'm for it. I think he's charming and smart and has a great work. And I think Deepak is going to bring together, because I've really been in your camp for so many years. This man is tricking he's a scientist, and so I'm listening, I'm learning, and I'm growing. And I would say to all the audience, give it some thought. Again, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Be willing to expand. We can learn from him. He is evidently learned in the ways of some of the things we talk about. Jesus, he can learn from me. We're going to hang out together. I love the man. I want to learn from him, and I think he'll learn something from us. And I appreciate what you're doing. I think this was an excellent night. I think that the whole America that will listen to this will just think. Don't get mad. Nobody's attacking Jesus. We love Jesus. Mahatma Gandhi said, "I may have become Christian if it were not for Christians." So I'm just trying to represent the Christ consciousness, the Christ person, the Christ culture in a way that's not so violent, because I don't believe that's the spirit of Christ, and it's certainly not the Prince of Peace. So I dismiss this monster that we call a devil that has so pervaded the thinking of people, and then they proliferate that whole consciousness of evil and vice and demons. But if that works for you, and you need a demon, and you need the devil, have them. I would encourage you to try to find something else.
On the subject of is Satan real, and after this discussion we've had tonight, which I think has been incredibly fascinating, I just want to give you a chance to wrap it up from your perspective.
I'm just going to read and leave it at that. The whole world lies in the power of the evil one, and we know that the Son of God has come and has given us understanding, so that we may know him who is true. And we are in him who is true, in his Son, Jesus Christ. He is the true God and eternal life. I'll just leave it at that.
And a final thought from you, Deepak.
Well, I'm going to quote something that is a paraphrasing of something that was found in the Egyptian desert. Goes back to the time of the Essenes. The Essenes were a mystical people, and many people do believe that Jesus was influenced by the Essenes. And so I'm going to quote from that. And this is a man who's had a direct experience of God. And he says, "You split me and you tore my heart open and you filled me with love. You poured your spirit into mine. I knew you as I know myself. My eyes are radiant with your light. My ears delight in your music. My nostrils are filled with your fragrance, and my face is covered with your dew. You have made me see all things shining. You have made me see all things new. You have granted me perfect ease, and I have become like paradise." If you want to get rid of Satan, be intoxicated with that kind of love.
It is never easy, and it is never comfortable to have your core beliefs challenged, but it is healthy. And I very much appreciate you coming out and sharing that with us So thank you to our panel. We very much appreciate it. And thank you to all of you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome, Paul. Keep up the good work. God bless.
It's good to meet you, buddy. Thank you. All right.
Great job.